Hi Scorpio, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your Love and Romance reading for the month of June 2018. Scorpio, this is an adjunct video to the previously released May, June, and July more comprehensive love reading. There's a link here if you haven't seen that yet. And then I am reminding all signs that the life, purpose, and career readings are also up for May, June, and July, Scorpio. So I really do recommend that even if you're not someone who typically listens to those or watches those, that you do so, because whenever you feel more connected to who you are and what you're meant to be doing in the world or your career, it positively affects every area of your life, including who you're attracting romantically. So if that resonates with you, you may want to take a look at that. I have it here, a link here. And just to remind you that all readings are available on the audio podcast, including the weekly spiritual guidance videos that I release every Sunday, so you can listen to them as well as watch them here on the YouTube channel. And then one last announcement, Scorpio. I do have my online courses up and available for purchase. There's a course on crystals, spirituality, how to read oracle cards and tarot cards. And my daughter, Meadow Rhodes, is a lovely and talented filmmaker, and she filmed the courses for me. And she created a fun little promo reel with some bloopers. So I have a link here if you want to check that out. Just want to include everyone in on the fun. So if you'd like to see that, you can look at that, but also, maybe also go and look at the courses themselves. So let's go ahead and get started, Scorpio. Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, June 2018. Okay. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you under the deck, Scorpio. Well, make the effort is a really interesting card. I'm always drawn to the fact that there are children involved here, so there may be, for some of you, a focus on children during this time frame. There may even be someone from the past whom you are nostalgically considering or thinking about. So it's not just about making the effort necessarily in the way that your ego may think, but it's about making the effort to be your best self in many different ways. And remember that great love, the greatest love of your life is you, your connection to you. And this is what's worth taking the steps to strengthen. And so spending more and more time, being kind to yourself, being gentle with yourself. And when you find yourself berating yourself, oh, I should be further along, I should have this, I should have children by now, I should. What's the expression, you don't want to have a shitty life, so do your best to gently move away from the shoulds and consider how amazing you are right now, not out of ego, but just because you are a spark of the divine. You are the essence of love, and you are whole and complete and worthy and deserving of unconditional love right here, right now. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to do anything. The great effort here is in recognizing this more and more. And when you are feeling connected to who you are, when you are feeling open to the love for self, you begin to have experiences where that is reflected back to you in a myriad of ways, including love partnerships. Now, let's just bring it back to the very practical. For some of you, it may indeed be that you are in a partnership and that you are being encouraged here to make the effort, within it in terms of the partnership. And it may even mean that you're meant to remember how it used to be when you first got together. For some of you, this idea of nostalgia is pretty strong here. Let's get some additional cards for you, Scorpio. So, in the position of what you are meant to do or start doing, in the position of what you're meant to not do or stop doing, and the position of what you can look forward to or expect regardless for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you don't know your Rising and Moon signs, I do have a resources page, free resources page available on my website, and I have many links there, including some links on where you can get where you can find out your Rising and Moon signs for free. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, and Rising. Okay, here we go. So what you're meant to do or start doing is we have the Knight of Wands, beautiful energy. What you're meant to not do or stop doing is the Consort or the Emperor energy. What you can look forward to regardless is the Transformation, the Death card in reverse. We also have the Six of Swords in reverse. So these two cards, the Transformation card in reverse in terms of what you can look forward to or expect regardless, and the Six of Swords in reverse and this idea of the nostalgia, the return, even someone coming from the past, you know, that you've been thinking about, you know, this kind of thing. A lot of energy on looking back here. But remember, with pay attention to the red flags, you're meant to look back with clarity, not, you know, with the rose-colored glasses, like everything was amazing. We even have release your ex under that. You know, with clarity here. Now, the transformation card, the death card in the reverse, has, you know, for me, two kind of general feels to it. One of them is when you try to end something prematurely. You know, we do have to make the effort. Like, don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know, if you're in that situation, again, this is a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, you know, some people are going to experience it one way and others in another way. So there's this idea of, you know, trying to bail too soon. And then there's the other situation of why aren't you letting go and moving on? You know, what is it you're clinging to? What is it that is preventing you from allowing something to end naturally? It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but it could be a pattern in love that you've been clinging to. All right, so we have what you're meant to do or start doing is we have the Knight of Wands. Well, first and foremost, there could be a fire sign involved, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries individual. And this person would be a lot of fun to be with. They have a high energy, very passionate individual. It could be a very passionate connection that you have. And you're meant to pursue this if it is an individual. You're meant to you know, work with this energy. And if it's you incorporating this energy or embodying this energy during this time frame, go for it. Be passionate. Be inspirational. Have fun. Go to parties. Include others. You know, it's really nice energy for you, and you're meant to do that. You're meant to spend time with that. Enjoy that connection, either to connection to the energy, whether it show up in terms of a person or just a situation or an energy within yourself. But what you're meant to not do or stop doing is the Emperor energy. Don't try to make it into something that is permanent. Don't try to force it to adhere to strict rules and regulations. Don't try to confine it, right? Not this month. Allow things to just be light, fun, enjoyable, social, passionate. Don't try to lock it down. You know, that would be detrimental to what you're really wanting. You know, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Great love doesn't necessarily have the attachments and the agendas associated. You know, great love, when you are absolutely in alignment with great love, you are open and receptive to all experiences, whether they come or whether they stay or whether they go. You're just like having. The heart is always having. The ego is always grasping, judging, you know, attaching. So play with these energies here. You know, notice when they come in. Take off the veil, take off the rose-colored glasses, and make sure you're seeing things clearly. And if someone is trying to force you into this position, trying to lock you down, trying to make something more stable, more secure, this is not the month for that. Again, we have this energy of either trying to end things prematurely or not allowing things to end. Remember, an ending tends to be more concrete. So it's really an interesting energy here. And with the Six of Swords as well. Like here, we're moving on, right? But here, we're not. We're not ready to move on. And that's okay. You don't have to. There's no like blueprint. You're just meant to notice the energies and make your choices consciously. And what you're meant to do is enjoy your life. Don't try to manifest something concrete right now. Enjoy your life. Be in connection to others. Be social. Enjoy this energy, whether it show up in a person or not. You can embody this energy of going out and having fun. We even have the Three of Cups under the deck, or under this, you know. Right now, you're just not ready. That's okay. You are assessing the situation. You know, you're taking off the veil. Here, you can see it really clearly. You know, she's seeing things more clearly. At least she's being encouraged to. And you're making the effort here. You're looking at the nostalgia, the sweetness, going back in time, maybe someone returning, and you are considering it, and you're having fun with it, but you're not trying to lock it down, and you're not allowing them to lock you down. So this is a month of flux. Keep it light, you know. Yes, make the effort, but make the effort to appreciate yourself. You know, when you think back in time, and you think back when you were, you know, a child, and you imagined love, if you did, or your first experiences with love, or even considering your family, you know, the family that you grew up in, and your parents' relationship. What did you like about it, and what didn't you? You know, this is a time of assessment. You know, pay attention to the red flags. Where are you getting caught up in old fantasies? And where are you seeing things clearly? Where can you see things more clearly? And where can you love yourself more dynamically, more often? Where can you say to yourself, I love you, Scorpio. I enjoy my social side. I enjoy being the life of the party. I enjoy being in the spotlight. I enjoy being my passionate nature. Where can I love that? Where can I enjoy it? Where can I express it more openly in the world? Where can I connect with others in a more inspirational, passionate way? Not in a way that feels heavy and locked down. Let's get one more card. This is a pretty cut and dry reading, so I'm not going to, you know, go on. I mean, you get the message here. But it is a time of you know, as I mentioned, assessment, self-reflection even. Again, you know, we have this idea of the childhood nostalgia, reflection, going back within, going back, looking at your experiences in love, and where are you getting caught up in either staying too long in something, or maybe someone who's trying to control you or keep you for themselves, wanting you to be more in a stable situation where maybe you're kind of not quite ready to settle down. Where can you, you know, why are you still allowing that in your life? Not out of shame or guilt, but why? You know, why is this occurring? Or where are you trying to get away from it too fast? You know, maybe this is actually going to be something great down the road, but during this particular time frame, you're being asked to be more free. Again, as I feel, it's more like a time for assessment. There's no right or wrong. It's just you are looking back and spending more time with what you like, your passionate nature, your transformational nature. You know, Scorpio is a beautiful sign of transformation. You know, you're very connected to life and death, you know, in terms of an energy, in terms of a spiritual understanding, whether you're conscious of it or not, is part of the Scorpio nature. And here, there's this little period of but where am I either trying to end things too quickly, or where am I hanging on to something, you know? Maybe it's because it is worth the effort. The effort isn't necessarily about the other person, it's about you, you know? You knowing what makes you happy and inspired and feeling passionate. Remembering what it is you're wanting. Maybe what it is you wanted initially when you first got into the relationship if you were coupled. It may be too because you're just not quite ready. You know, you're wanting to have some final conversations during this month before you move on. It doesn't mean you have to move on from the relationship, but before the relationship can move on. Just not quite ready yet. That's okay. Okay, let me get one more card from the After Tarot. It's kind of a fun deck. This one found a bit of guidance for Scorpio. Two of Pentacles. Interesting. Libra just got this in the same position. So it could be that you're juggling I'll say it as I did for Libra, two people, two situations. This may be where you're not quite ready to to drop it. You know, you feel like you can manage what you have. You're not really ready to prioritize one thing over the other, which may be why we have this idea of the return or things not being completed completely, or even trying to rush to completion. But you can't handle much more. So don't either bring in another love partner if you are looking at two people. Don't bring in a third. That would be too much. And spend some time figuring out what it is you want. You know, make the effort to you know, look at what you've got and what you've had and how you want to proceed. Pay attention to make sure that you're seeing things clearly, that you're not getting caught up in the rose-colored glasses, and don't take on any more than what you already have. Don't add another thing to the mix right during the month of June. Don't try to do too much too soon, and don't try to end things prematurely. You're managing. You're doing okay, but don't add to this mix with more drama, more situations. So this month is kind of this juggling act a little bit, and that's okay. You're assessing during this particular month. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you find that helpful. Again, you can listen to your love reading for May, June, and July for additional clarity. And maybe I'll see you at your own Reiki appointment or tarot appointment, and maybe over on the online courses. Also on the audio podcast, I have all the readings. So much love to you.